welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to have a quick chat about sick babies and sick toddlers. So let's hop into the video. Guys, I am so happy you're here. Welcome back to the channel. I know I haven't been on here in about a month or two. But if you guys remember, just a quick update, if you guys remember back in December, I was laid off, and then I was able to be a homemaker for 3 months until I went back to my previous employer. And so I've just been busy working and just getting back into the swing of things of being on somebody's clock. But yeah, I'm back now. So I'm hoping to start kicking out a little bit more videos. I think I may start doing vlogs soon. I just don't want to put my babies all out there on the internet. Sorry, I'm looking at see who's outside. Yeah, keep your eyes open. But I was saying all that to say I want to invest in a new camera. There's a couple of videos that I have planned in my head that I just need to kick out and record and all that kind of stuff, fun stuff. But I'll be taking you guys along. But anyways, if you're new here, my name is Allie, aka Mama Mott, and this channel is just meant for us to have a safe place to talk about tips, tricks, and things that we have learned that helps us or does not help us in parenthood. This channel is not tailored to just moms or just dads, but just helping us all on this parenthood journey. So thank you for being here. Today we are going to talk about sick babies. I want to start this video by saying I am not a medical professional, nowhere near one. Seek medical advice from a licensed board doctor, whatever it's called, if you really are concerned about your child's health, your health. These are just things that I do when my kids are sick that has helped us in our household. Okay, got that out of the way. Long story short, I was able to keep Delaney home for about 18 months, and I was able to keep Fritz home with me for right at a year before they started going into preschool daycare. And it was very, very helpful, but I was not ready for the germs. Of course, everyone talks about, oh, in daycare, preschool, when your kids start going to school, they're going to be sick. Y'all, it is no joke. It is no joke. It is truthful. It is true. And it's sometimes you think, like, am I failing as a parent? Am I not clean or anything? No, these kids, they put any and everything in their mouths. They're just exposed to new people, new germs, and things like that. So just don't feel bad if your kids are getting sick left and right. It's not because of you, unless, it could be because of you. But anyways, you guys know what I mean. So these are just a few things that I do in our household for when our little ones are sick. I would say, we're really grateful in the fact that I work from home. So I'm able to keep my kids home, I think, a little bit easier than some people who may work outside the home. My husband doesn't work in the home, he works outside the home. So a lot of times when the babies are sick, the responsibility does fall on me. So give yourself grace. I have to remind myself that as well. But just give yourself grace through those sick times. It happens, okay? And it's normal. So for me, the first thing I do at the first sign of cough, runny nose, all that sick stuff, I keep my kids home. And not just saying I don't send my kids to school. I don't like to send my kids anywhere. I don't like to take them to the stores. I don't like to take them through the drive-thrus. I like for my kids to be at home, because think about when you're sick. You like to be at home. You like to be in your comfortable clothes. You like to just be relaxing. And I think about the same thing with my kids. They just can't communicate that always to us. So I keep my kids home. I have sent my kids down to my dad's house before. If I have some work things that I need to take care of, and things like that. But obviously, my dad, my stepmom, my parents, they know how to take care of sick kids. And they know how I am with medicine and everything like that. So if you can't keep them home, try and keep them with a loved one if you can, but keep them home. And when I say I keep my kids home, I mean, we're at home, we're in the house, they're in their jammies, they are wrapped up in blankets, and I literally baby them, I coddle them, as some people will say, because one, they'll never be this young again. Two, they need you when they're sick. Sometimes they just want to lay on you, and that's fine. Give them that love. That love helps them heal, in my opinion. Two, while we're at home, we're getting baths. I'm cleaning everything. I'm wiping all the toys down, Clorox and Lysol, and we're getting multiple baths, maybe 2 baths a day. Water is healing. I'm really big on the sensories. We go on walks outside, even if they're in the stroller, just give them some fresh air. Nature is healing. And I'm spraying down the car seats, washing their shoes. Shoes carry a lot of germs. If you're not taking your shoes off as soon as you get in the house, please do so. Take your shoes off, wash their shoes, wash all their school clothes, wash their blankets, their sheets, all of that. Everything gets cleaned. And then this is, I think this is really big in the Hispanic community, but Vicks Vapor Rub. I put it on their chest, runny nose and stuff. We put it under the nose. I put it on their feet. I always make sure my kids have socks on. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my dad. Always made sure that we had socks on when we were little. So make sure that the socks are on. In addition to the socks, when they're getting baths, I'm making sure they have clean jammies on at all times. Delaney likes to wipe her nose with her shirts. I know, nasty. So I'm switching out her shirts a lot. I may even wash their hair, just get them as clean as I can and keep them clean. But the Vicks on the feet, Vicks on the chest, helping them breathe. On top of the Vicks, I also always have the humidifier going, especially at night. I make sure that humidifier is cranked up in their room. I have some Vicks in there to make sure that the room, they can just sleep good. If they can't, that's usually the hardest part, is the nighttime for my kids. They're either coughing or they can't breathe good. So I just want to make sure that they can breathe and have a good night's sleep, right? Then, of course, like I said earlier, I coddle them, I'm snuggling them, I'm hugging them. If they want to be held, I'm holding them. I may even put them in the carrier, whatever they need, because in that moment, they are babies. Like Delaney just turned 3 in February, and Fritz is 1. He'll be 2 in August. So I baby them. I will put them in a wrap or whatever it is if they really, really need it. I take breaks from work. I hold them. Because I work from home, I have a lot of ability to manage my day. I can move calls around. I can move meetings around if I need to. And so I will bring the laptop to me if they're in my lap, or if they need to lay in the bed. I may be, working on the nightstand and they're on me. But that's just the type of parent I am. My kids are just very big on touch. And so I just love them in their love language and just make sure that they are feeling the love, all that kind of stuff. What else do I do? Hydration. Of course, we want our kids to eat and all of that kind of stuff. But if Delaney just wants to eat goldfish, I just let her eat goldfish. I always make sure that they have a liquid around, whether it's orange juice or apple juice, something to just clean out their system. Sometimes they just need do a big poop. It gets a lot of those germs and nastiness out of them. My kids don't like Pedialyte. They don't really like the taste of it. So I'll put Pedialyte in their juices sometimes, mix it with a lot of water, dilute it if I can. But whatever it is, just keep them hydrated, because you don't want them to get dehydrated when they are draining so much stuff. It's just not a good combination. And of course, medicine. That can be a little bit controversial, so we won't go into too much of that. But I rotate Tylenol, Motrin, and we use the Highlands cold and flu, I think, or cold and cough. I know they say, cough medicines may not be the best, but I mean, everything they say, who knows what works out here. Because, and even if my kids run a fever, I don't automatically take them to the doctor, because at the beginning I did, when every time Delaney ran a fever, I would take her to the doctor, and it was really nothing that they could really do other than they say, rotate Tylenol and Motrin, keep her comfortable. So I've saved myself a lot of doctor's visits, a lot of stress, by just rotating those medicines and just making sure they're comfortable. I personally don't like to take a lot of medicine, and I don't like to over medicate my kids, but when they are sick, I'm going to give them the medicine to make sure that they're comfortable, because they already don't feel well. So why make it worse? If they need to sleep for 3-4 hours, let them sleep. I don't worry about routines and timelines and schedules and all that kind of stuff. Just let them be. Um, but those medicines tend to work the best for us. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much, I would say, the most that we do. Um, but I will say for new parents, just be prepared that when your kids are sick, the nighttime is usually the worst. I don't know why. I don't know what happens when the moon comes up and the sun goes away, that all hell breaks loose, it seems like. But give yourself patience, give yourself grace, hold those babies, love on those babies. Sometimes there may be a little bit of puking at night. Just grab those extra towels, let the little ones know it's okay. It's okay. We all get sick. It's okay. That's what I always tell Delaney. Fritz, he just gets a little irritable when he's sick at night. He just wants to lay on someone. Delaney is the one that's like very vocal about what's going on. She doesn't want to throw up. Like she pushes it back down, all that kind of stuff. So I just let her know it's okay, rub her back, all of that kind of stuff, and just give them just all the love that they need. I know this was a very simple video, but I know I've had moments where Delaney's been up all night and her ear was bothering her. I'm like, does she have an ear infection? But it's in the middle of the night where she's like too sick to go to school, but not sick enough to go to the ER, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So what do you do? So that's why I made this video. My little ones were actually a little sick this week, which made me spark this video in my brain. And they're doing okay now, but just give them a little bit of love. If you guys want anything specific that we do, we can try and address it. But I will say we've been very grateful with our kids' health. They're pretty healthy kids, even though they have the daycare runny noses and stuff sometimes. But overall, they're very healthy. But yeah, this is just a quick video I just wanted to throw up for you guys. But stay tuned. I'm so excited that my last video has been doing so well. We're at over 700 views for the Cat and Jack video. So thank you for sharing that video to your friends and your family. I love hearing that it's working for so many of y'all. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.